Welcome back to Watching Business Incorporated on Channel Television. Who heads to markets now with Will Ibong. Will, what do you have for us? Good afternoon.
Well, let's look at very quickly how the market performed. We'll have a gist much later.
Okay.
So looking at the performance of the African markets at intraday, we saw major stock markets that we track were mixed at intraday. Nigeria's NGX is still bouncing off yesterday's positive close, was trading about 0.4% at intraday. On the flip side, we see South Africa's GSC trading down at intraday, more than 1% there. Elsewhere, Egypt's EGX was closed yesterday, that's Thursday for the week, however, in positive territory, 0.72%, while Kenya's stock market closed Thursday's session in red territory. Bloody week for Kenya's NSE. But let's take a deeper dive now into what's happening at the NGX, and we have Chinazom Izora. She's a senior associate and investment broker over at Parthian Securities Limited. Good afternoon, Chinazom. What stocks are investors trading or fading at intraday that's popping the market up higher today?
Good afternoon, Will. Thank you for having me. So intraday, we did see gains in high cap stocks like Aradal, FBN, and UBA are up. So market was positive as of intraday. We also saw a lot of volume in Access, Wando, Sterling, and Fidelity as well.
So let's just look at, you mentioned some banking stocks now. Let's look at two of the remaining out of the fugas. You know, they've been the laggards, but they are back in the game. That's UBA and FBN Holdings. They finally announced their rights issue in view of the bank recapitalization. FBN Holdings coming in to the market at 25 naira per share, and UBA at 35 naira per share. For FBN Holdings, we saw the share price appreciate following that announcement or following the listing of the issue. But for UBA, are we seeing a case of overpricing here?
So it's very interesting, and we've been anticipating these offers to come to market for quite some time. If you recall, FBN had actually given an indicative price earlier in the year, and then since their offer didn't take off as at then, they've now come back with a revised price that is more in line with their current levels in the market. And of course, we're waiting for when UBA has their facts behind the figures. I'm sure they're going to give the market some justification about why they've chosen this price target, because UBA hasn't been at this levels for a while. It's very recently that it entered the 30 levels. But of course, capital raise, capital structure decisions are strategic decisions that organizations make. When UBA made that decision to pay 2 naira interim dividend, we knew that it was in preparation for this offer to come to market. And of course, because it's a rights issue, it's going to be existing shareholders being given this offer. And I believe for the company to have gone with this level of pricing, they must have a lot of confidence in their existing shareholders, and the confidence that those shareholders have in the management and the future prospects for the company. So a lot of times we think of the prices of these offers in terms of their current levels in the market. But in fairness, a lot of these companies think in terms of future value.
What is UBA currently trading now at intraday? We saw it in positive territory, but it's not doing so well. FBN Holdings is still on the uptrend. But can you share with us what the current share price is at right now?
So FBN, just a moment ago, was trading about 27 levels, while UBA was at 32 levels. Of course, FBN has gotten approval. So the FBN offer is currently open and closing December 14th, I think. The UBA offer isn't open just yet. They haven't gotten approval to announce their opening and closing date. And anything can happen in the market. So even though it's not at that level now, it could be there by the time it could be well.
I think we've lost Chinazom. Chinazom, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Chinazom? I think we've lost Chinazom there, technical issues. So far, just still talking about the bank recapitalization, the banking sector has raked in about 1.3 Oh, Chinazom, you're back in there. Okay, Chinazom, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so just talking about how much the banking sector has raked in so far, about 1.26 trillion naira. That's about $770 million in capital raise. And that's not very far off now from the $1 trillion.
Yes.
I think Chinazom would.
So besides the fact that the banks have raised so much money so far, if you even look at the financials they've released to the market,
Okay, I think we'd have to end this conversation here. Chinazom, technical issues will not let us go any further. Thank you so much, Chinazom Mizora. She's a senior associate and also investment broker at Over Partin Securities Limited. Thank you for your time.